What's up guys, this is Mike from OGRagebreak Gaming, and it's time to get our third badge on Let's Play Pokémon Alpha Sapphire! Alright guys, welcome back. That being said though, however viewers, since the last episode, I had a lot of time to do some Pokemon Amane, or Ame, or Anime, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't know. Basically this. Remember in our play nav here we have Pokemon Ame, basically that will allow you to play with your Pokemon to increase their friendship and affection levels and shit like that. Basically, you do that for a while, play with them, feed them, stuff like that, and it'll increase their friendship and their affection levels for you. I managed to get most of pretty much all of my main 5 to affection level 4 and stuff like that. So by doing that, it'll give them some pretty good benefits in battle, particularly avoiding some status elements or just basically negating them altogether, or even getting increased EXP, or even dodging attacks, or even landing critical hits. That's how fucking good Pokemon Amane is. A subscriber friend of mine, Matthew, thanks again buddy, pointed that out for me with Pokemon Amane, so shout out to him for that. That being said though, however, I had to reload one of my previous save files and stuff like that because I messed up one of my other ones. But no big changes since the last episode outside of, you know, the Amane friendship stuff. So there you go. Oh yeah, one other thing I want to mention. Off screen, I hacked in an acro bike and stuff like that because you won't be able to get the second bike until like post game, I believe. So yeah, there's going to be points in the game in which you're going to need both bikes in order to get through specific obstacles. And waiting to the post game just to get access to both bikes is ridiculous. And having to constantly come back here to Mauville to switch between the two is incredibly tedious. So to save time and shit like that, I decided to just hack in the acro bike. So that way I can have both the Mach and acro bike. So that way it'll make exploring a bit quicker and stuff like that. I don't mind backtracking and shit. That's the point of the bikes. But having to come all the way back here to Mauville just for that is pretty stupid. That being said though, however, it's time to take on the third gym. Let's do it! Yes, the Mauville Gym. What's up, dude? How's it going, Champ to be Mike? Wattson, the leader of Mauville Gym, uses electric Pokemon. If you challenge him with water-type Pokemon, they'll zap them. And there's a put-in switch-controlled electric devices all over this gym. It's Citric. Hey, go for it. Huh. Okay, so basically, we got these switches here that we need to switch on, switch off. Just like any old good electric device. Switch on, switch off. Depending on which one you switch, however, will determine if you'll get through or not. Either way, you're probably going to end up facing a fucking trainer. But this is a good opportunity to show off the power of my Pokemon with the power thanks to Pokemon Amane. Now check it. You notice my Mighty Enna just looked right back at me, right? Now, look right there. Backtrack it by like at least 10 seconds if you need to in the video. He looked behind him. He was looking at the trainer. Now, the affection levels of the Pokemon will also affect how they are in battle and stuff like that. So, yeah, you'll see what I mean as we progress. But get this bitch out of here, please. We don't need this Magnemite here. Yeah, now, I went through that a little quickly, but there was a line of dialogue that said, see, I knew you could do it. Yeah, that's the power of increasing your Pokemon's friendship and affection levels with Pokemon Amane. So, there you go. Good job, Nairo. Siege, let's go! Seeing as this is an electric gym, Marshtomp is going to be mega helpful here. Especially when ground types are the best for this. Now, rude! Matabama! There you go. Stood no chance. Now, check this out. You see where it says that he got a boosted amount of EXP? Yeah, that's the power also with Pokemon Amane. Like I said, there's a chance that getting them to a higher affection level will increase the amount of EXP that they get after winning battles. Pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, that is the gist. Just want to point that out. That being said, though, alright, let me switch to Ninja. There we go. Alright, let's take out the rest of these trainers. Let's see. How many gym trainers do we even got in here anyway? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 trainers. Man. Alright. It is time. Let's do this. Now. Ninja! Bakabachi! Oh! Ow! Quit it. Was that enough? Cut it down! Huh? Holy lag spike, Batman. Damn! Gotta fix that shit. But yeah, GG. Now, I'm gonna take care of the rest of these trainers off screen. They're fucking annoying. But what I will do first, however, is flip some of these switches. Yeah, gotta fight this bitch, flip that red switch. Ugh, it's annoying. I'll be right back. Alright, viewers, I'm back. Took out the trainers. Now, during the battle with this guy, my ninja ass got paralyzed like twice. It was fucking annoying. I fucking got rid of the paralyzation, then the guy paralyzed him again. Now, after the second paralyzation, my ninja ass was able to get rid of the paralyzation himself, thanks to the power of the affection rating that he has for me now. So yeah, another example of Pokemon and Money at work. So there you go. Now, let's solve this puzzle and get the fuck out of here. Alright, now then. Yoink! Now, we gotta do now, flip this switch. Alright, and try not to step on it by accident on the way through, because I've done that many times and it fucked me over. So, there you go. See? Simple as shit. Let me save just in case, though. Alright. There's the gym leader. Sup, old man? How's it going? Hello? Huh. Guess he's hard of hearing.
Nani?
You just now noticed me? Oh, now what are you doing here? I'm a fucking challenger!
Bruh.
What? You say you gotten past all my rigged doors? Ha! That's amusing. The plans to reform Mauville are dumb for now. Making transfer my gym and battling with young trainers like you are the things I live for now. Huh. Well, if that's the case, maybe you should be more attentive. Then I, Wattson, the leader of Mauville Gym, shall electrify you. No, nah. You're about to get grounded! Oh, man. Now! It's just time for a gym battle boss fight! Versus Wattson, the leader of the Mauville Gym. Yeah. Looks like a cool-ass grandpa, honestly. Digging that beard, by the way. Ninja! Let's see. Magnemites. Oh, well, look at this. All his Pokemon have Volt Switch. Wow. Copying Elsa, are we? Huh, okay. Bakabashi! Yeah, you felt that one, didn't you? Fuck! Well, I definitely felt that. This is actually a treat, because when I did my Pokemon Omega Ruby LP a year or so ago, unfortunately, I was not able to show off the gym battle here at the Mauville Gym because of, well, problems and shit. So, yeah. This is actually good, because at least now in Alpha Sapphire, I can finally show off the gym battle. I was not able to show off in that game. While I'm not using the same exact team I did back in Omega Ruby and stuff like that, at the very least, there is a difference here. So, there you go. Of course, you would switch out right when I have a Pokemon that can take out your fucking, thing, right? Okay, whatever. Fire Finger! Yeah. You like that, don't you? You like it so much you're charging up just to meet me in the middle. Nice. However, Of course. Why am I not shocked at this? No! Huh. Okay then. Let's try this again, shall we? Fire Fang! And here we go with another Volt Switch. Talk about bait and switch. Literally. And this isn't U-turn baiting and shit like that, like in later games and shit. Nah. This is pure trolling at its finest. This is exactly what Elsa did in Pokemon Black and White, and Black 2 White 2 as well. Her fucking Emolga Volt switching was fucking annoying. Not my favorite gym leader, despite how fabulous she looked in that game. She's a fucking model. That being said, though, how did I avoid it? Ow! Okay, now you're pissing me off. Alright then, now, are you fine? Yeah, there you go, I knew you could do it. Here we go again. Whoa! Good job, Nairo. You did good, baby. What you did definitely weakened that guy's team. So now, no matter how many times he switches out, he's going to get KO'd. There's only so many times you can damage and then switch out like a pussy before you're about to get KO'd, my dude. That's just how it is. Venoshock! Oh yeah, I got some new TMs from the Pokemart and shit now, too. So yeah, they sell some new TMs there. They got TM there. So there you go. I'll show off some of them after the battle. Alright, now bring this bitch back out. I'm gonna put you right back on my fucking fridge, you fucking magnet. Now, low sweep! And boom goes the dynamite. Good job, Balloon. And with that, old man, that is good game. And a double level up at that. Triple level up. GG. Haha, fine, I lost. That you did. Ha, I was electrified by you. Now take this badge. Nice. If the game will stop lagging long enough for me to get it, we get the Dynamo Badge! Badge number 3 and Hoenn gets. Yes! Yes! With the Dynamo Badge, Pokemon can use the HM Rock Smash outside of battle. One other thing, Pokemon at the level 40 will obey you now even if you got them from someone else. Alrighty then, this here's for you. Go on and take it with you. And we get the Volt Switch TM, just like Elsa. Yeah, they're repeating old trends. Volt Switch is a move where, it pretty much deals an electric attack that will allow you to switch back. It's basically an electric type version of the bug type move U-turn. It's basically that. I swell with enthusiasm seeing a promising young trainer like you. Ha, I'm glad. I have potential. Probably potential to be the next champion. Whew. With that, however, we're done at the Mauville Gym, so let's get the hell out of here. I gotta say, the way the gym looks is definitely an improvement from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, though. I just love the electrified movements, even in the background under the gym. It looks really cool, the aesthetic. And with that, time to move on. But before we do, however, I didn't show off the courtyard yet. Basically, in the center of Mauville, you got the Pokemart and you got the Pokemon Center and shit like that. Here at the Pokemart is where you can buy the TMs. So yeah, talk to this guy over here. I think he's the one. Yep. Yeah, so he sells Venoshock, Aerial Ace, Facade, Low Sweep, Charge Beam, Bulldoze, Dragon Tail, and Power Up Punch. Really strong moves, or mid-tier moves for this point in the game. I like that. Very nice. Now that we got a new badge, I think they sell some new items now too. And they do! Fucking Ultra Balls. Take that. One of the best type of capture balls in the game, if they're not customized, that is. There we go. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, now they sell full heals. Here's the thing. I've been playing Pokemon Sword lately. I'm doing a test from the Pokemon Sword right now. because I want to eventually do it on the channel. Pokemon Sword might end up being the first Switch game I do on the channel, so that'll be quite an achievement. Just like Omega Ruby was for the first... It wasn't Omega Ruby, it was Pokemon Y that I did a couple years back. That was the first 3DS game I did on the channel. But, yeah. I'm doing a test run of Pokemon Sword right now to prepare for an LP later this year on the channel, which will be the first Switch game that'll be on the channel. Cool. But I noticed that in the Gen 8 game that I'm playing, you don't, like, I already got my 5th badge and shit like that, right? So I'm on my way to the 6th gym town as was it, Chichester? So basically, after getting the 5th badge, you still don't have access to full heals. But after you get the 5th badge, you get access to Ultra Balls and shit like that. You notice how early we get this shit in the Gen 6 remakes of the Hoenn games? Just like X and Y, you get Ultra Balls and shit after the 3rd gym. Full heals after the 3rd gym. Pretty dumb, don't you think? I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just me. Oh, I missed an item. Get that XP. Alright, now that we got the Dynamo Badge, it's time to continue on our quest now. You're probably wondering, where's the next badge at? Well, the next badge is all the way... Well, we're gonna have to do a loop around. First, we have to head north, and then we have to head west, back to Rustboro City, back east, and then we have to head to Lava Ridge Town, which is where the 4th gym is. It's going to take us quite a while to get there, and it was quite the trip during Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Because on the way to Lava Ridge Town, there's one of my favorite routes in the entire game. I can't wait to show it off when we get there. Those that have played this game and know the route well, if you like that route, then love you. That being said, though, before we even start heading to Lava Ridge, there's a few things that we can do. One thing that I want to do first off, however, now that we got a bike, is we can now go on Cycling Road and take the scenic route back down to Slateport City. Now that we got both the Mach Bike and the Acro Bike, thanks to me hacking in the Acro Bike. Now, with that, I'm also able to go back to Granite Cave to explore the cave now. So there you go. There are some trainers here on Cycling Road, unfortunately, so they're probably going to get in my way. Yeah. Oh yeah, but there's also some nice items that we can get along the way. So, which is... Really, bitch? Really? Oh, well, she only has one Pokemon. I don't care. You would think trainers with only one Pokemon, if they're not fully evolved, why the fuck are you in my way? Buck Buzzer! Seriously, I should put your fucking Goldeen on a plate and eat that bitch. With a side of cheesy biscuits and mashed fucking taters. Yeah! But, there you go. What's this? Ooh! Just what I wanted to find. The Manectite. Very nice. That's another Mega Stone. Now, we don't have the Mega Ring yet, but that Manectite will allow Manectric to Mega Evolve into Mega Manectite. Or, sorry, Mega Manectric. Might be. But, yeah. Eventual Manectric, my Electrike, will evolve in a few levels into Manectric. But once he does, he'll have the ability to Mega Evolve. And this Mega form looks awesome. I mean, yeah, it's a big-ass mane and shit like that. But holy shit, that's a fucking electric doggo, if I've ever seen one. So, there you go. Very, very nice. Very nice. Huh. Could have sworn it was something shiny over here, too. Oh, well. But in any case, we have to head on, in order to get back to Dewford, we have to head on back to Slateport Beach and talk to Mr. Briny. I'll meet you back at Granite Cave, which we'll continue on then from there. Be right back. Alright viewers, we're back at Granite Cave again. In any case, now that we finally have a bike, we can finally progress through this damn place. About fucking time. Alrighty then, let's do it. Wait. Which bike was this again? Oh, fuck, it's the Aqua Bike, my bad. Okay, so the Aqua Bike is red, Mach Bike is blue, my bad. I should have known, because that red bike was not as fast. So, there you go. Cool. Alright, switch out. Out. There you go. Fucking A. Alright, but yeah, now we can finally progress into the cave. And unfortunately, it's dark as shit down here. But luckily, I don't think we'll need flash to get through this bitch. Now, in the lower sections of the Granite Cave, we got some new Pokemon we can catch. One in particular I have my eye on. Let's see if I can find it. But before that, however, back on the Mach Bike. And right up this hill. Nice. It's sad that we even need the bike to even get through these sections. Well, that's not the Pokemon I was looking for, but here's Alron right here. Steel/Rock type. Pretty cool. But I'm not looking for that one. Now, I'm really looking for a Pokemon that's a version exclusive. Whee! Let's see. Where are you? Here's the thing. There is a rare hit in Pokemon here, but you won't be able to get it until later on in the game. Alright, viewers, I found the Pokemon I was looking for. Sableye! Sableye was actually the first of its kind back in Gen 3. It's a Ghost/Dark type. But yeah, back in Gen 3, that was a very rare dual typing and stuff like that. The first of its kind. But unfortunately, as of Gen 6, Sableye and its evolved, well, not evolved form, I wish, and its counterparts, Spiritomb, which is also Ghost/Dark type, introduced in Gen 4, yeah, they have a weakness. Because prior to Gen 6, Ghost/Dark types had no weaknesses, like, at all. That changed when Gen 6 came around, and they introduced fairy types. So now we got that weakness for them. But it's not a big deal, because unlike in Kalos, Oras, Hoenn, you don't really, there are some Pokemon that are fairy types, but you won't really be running into them that often, to the point that it becomes annoying. Some of them may rarely have a fairy type move. There are some fairy trainers, but no major trainers will use a lot of fairy types in this game anyway. And even in Kalos, the only one that had that was kind of annoying with that was the Mauville Gym Leader. What was her name? Valerie, I think her name was. But yeah, we ain't worried about that. But in any case, we got Sableye. Nice. Now I have to find a fucking nickname for him. You know what? I just got the perfect name for him. I remember naming him this in my Omega Ruby LP, but I never kept him in my party. Wait a minute. Not Omega Ruby. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, I named it. I think this was during my Pokemon Emerald LP like years ago. But in any case, Yami! Get it? Yami is the Japanese name, or name darkness, which is basically Yami in Japanese. So there you go. Or in this case, Pokénese. Check him out. Let's see. Sableye. Oh, it has the stall. Oh, it has the stall ability. That's not good. Basically, stall will let Sableye go literally after the opponent. In any case, we got Sableye. There are some other treasures here inside of the Granite Cave and stuff like that, but a lot of the other ones aren't really that necessary. The rest of the cave is pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to be going through the entire fucking cave. All the other items here that you can get is, let's see here. You can find TM65 Shadow Claw. You can find a Steelixite, which can Mega Evolve a Steelix, but you need the Mach Bike for it. You can find an Everstone, and let's see. That's pretty much all the real useful items, just those two, and a couple rare candy, and a rare candy. But outside of that, that's pretty much it. You can find a soft sand if you use Rock Smash, as well as a heart scale and a hard stone by using Rock Smash on these rocks in here. That's pretty much it for Granite Cave. So I really just came in here just to get Sableye. I'll find the other items off screen and stuff. Like I said, the cave is straightforward, so I'm not going to waste your time going through all of it. But what I will get is this item in particular, which is the Steelixite. Nice. If I have a Steelix, I can Mega Evolve it. And Steelix's Mega form is pretty awesome. And there's Shadow Claw. Nice. With that, however, we're done exploring Granite Cave, so I guess it's time to head to Lavritz Town. Well, there is another area to the western side of Mauville City that we can check out. Verdanturf Town. Let's check that out first before we hit the Mauville. Next time! You guys enjoyed? You know what to do. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more gaming videos from me. And of course, when you subscribe, be sure to hit the bell to notify my newest uploads. Got something to say? Of course you do. Leave a comment. Duh. Till next time, dudes and dudettes, Mach Bike Gaming, OGRagebreak. Have a great day, my bitches and bros. Smile you later.